Good morning, Stampers. Happy Friday again. We love our Fridays. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to get on before I start. Put my glasses on. I always like to start without my glasses, but truthfully I can't see far away, so or close up anymore. So I'm just going to wait and see who comes on. Now it is raining here. Hopefully we don't lose connection. So drop in, say hi, let me know where you're from. Just say hi. Hi, Maureen. Just going to wait for a few more people to get started here. Hi, Stacy. So while I'm waiting for more people to get on, hi, Karen. Okay, what I'm going to be doing today is the Cambridge Carols. Okay, so we'll be working with that and show you what I came up with for those. Also, don't forget, hi, Kathleen, you got up. I'm so glad. I will be giving this bundle away on October 1st for everyone that placed orders with me this month to help me get the cruise that's helping me work towards Greece. So that's going to go to one lucky winner, and I'm going to do that live on October 1st, which is Tuesday. So it'll be Tuesday evening. So I'll wait till about maybe 7 o'clock. I'll do it at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, October 1st, so that everybody's home from work and can hopefully watch it. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I wanted to show you something, and this is what I wanted to show you. We did it! Greece, here I come! And the reason I said we did it is because we did. I didn't do this alone at all. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank you all for whether you ordered from me, shared my videos, left comments. It all helped me earn Greece. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So again, I want to thank everybody. My husband, he's my running guy, runs to the post office, runs to the bank. Drops off things for me when I need to. I want to thank my team members, of course. I want to thank my family and friends. I want to say Stampers, but you're all my friends now. So again, I want to thank everyone that helped me earn this trip. I really appreciate it. One of the things you may not know, I've been a demonstrator for 17 years. I have earned incentive trips before. I think it's like 6 or 7 in the earlier years. The last one I earned was Hawaii in 2009. So it has been 9 years since I earned one of their incentive trips. To me, I have the same feeling as when I earned the first one, okay? Yes, it was hard work. I won't kid you. It was a lot of work. I don't want to say hard work. Stamping's not hard for me. So it was a lot of work, but it was worth it. I met so many great people since I started doing the YouTube and the Facebook Live. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to tune in on October 1st because one of you will be getting this, okay? And I will do that live. So let me put that over here. So with that said, I'm going to keep my little sign, we did it. The $10 off, of course, is no longer valid. I'm going back to, leave me a comment, share my videos, and on Sunday, Facebook Sunday, I will be giving away a door prize, or a prize patrol. Okay, so that's it for the talking. Okay, let's get stamping. So let me just move this, hopefully without losing you. And I think I've got this right now, except for there we go. Okay, let me just move it down a little bit more. Keep your comments coming because I will be answering them. Okay, so this is still the hostess code, which is still good for September. Okay, and you can go to Stampersdelight.com, which gets you to my website or my online store, which is Stampersdelight.stampinup.net. You can also use this to join my team. One of the exciting things I have planned for starting in October is I'm going to be doing Facebook Live team meetings. So that's a private event, but if you join my team, you will be invited to it. So it's going to be a little easier for me to do team meetings. I do try to do those here in New York, but I do have demonstrators all over the United States, so I really need to, or I really want to connect with all of you. So, okay, so let's move that. Now, this set I chose to use for two reasons. Number one, I absolutely love it. It's that old-fashioned kind of Christmas theme, which I like. It doesn't have a punch to it. It doesn't have framelits to it. But there's so much you can do with this set. And this is the Cambridge Carols. You'll see that I also teamed it up with Farmhouse Christmas. And you'll see why in a little bit. So let me bring in the cards that I played with. And this one is kind of, well, they're all my favorites. Okay, so let me show you this one because this is a very simple card, but oh so elegant. So if you see what I did, I just stamped on the shimmer paper, which you could also make shimmery by using our shimmer paint. But I took a piece of shimmer white and I cut that down to, I think it was 4 and 5, yeah, 4 and 5 and 1/4. Sorry, I'm excited and it's early. I stamped this and then I ran it through the embossing folder Softly Falling to make it look like snow. Okay? And then I stamped the inside with the saying, which is a beautiful saying. It's a quick, easy, but elegant card, I think. Okay? I like it. And then what I wanted to do is show you opposite. If you put the little, I love these skates. They remind me of when I was a kid. I wish I had kept my skates. Probably fall off them now, but, and then I did it in the balmy blue. Okay. So that's one card. I see a lot more people coming on now, so I'll do a little bit more in a second. This one, I did tent fold. I didn't do the inside yet, but I did this one, and I didn't do any coloring. I just used our vellum paper, and then I embossed it with the copper embossing powder. Behind this is crumb cake, because I didn't want it real dark with and this is espresso. And then I just put the real red ribbon with the copper ribbon around it. So again, I mean, it's just probably the hardest thing on this card, and it's not even hard, is doing all the embossing on it. But you can do those in, you know, in a line. So again, that's a quick, easy card, but oh so elegant. You can also color on the vellum paper. You can go behind it and color it. Okay, but this I just wanted clean and simple. I guess that's today's motto, clean and simple. Let's see what this one is. Okay, so let's see. This one is, again, a fold that I did a long time ago. And if you look, it's just a regular folded card, the way we normally fold it. And then you just fold this piece back to give it that effect. And then I took the designer series paper, and oh, I forgot to write that down, which one it was. So if anybody wants to hop on here and remind me. And then I just used our layering ovals, and I did the copper, or champagne, I think this is. It's hard for me to see this morning. And I just layered some ovals there. Again, just a clean card. And when you open it up, it looks like that. Again, so, I mean, I have 3 big shots down here. Not everybody has a big shot, but you could use your round punches for this. And I wanted to kind of give people that maybe don't have the big shot yet, that haven't ordered it, different ideas on how to use this set. Again, I love this. I love them all. So if you're just tuning in, I do want to stop one moment from showing that. And if you missed the beginning, of course, you can always watch my video again from the beginning. Or if you missed the beginning, you can watch it when it's done and watch it from the beginning. But I wanted to slide this in here just for anybody that missed it. And it says, we did it because you all helped me. We did it. We earned Greece. Yay! Thank you so much. Okay, so let me move that again. The next card I want to show you is, if you remember last week, I showed you the shimmer paint. and using the daubers. And I had done, you know, used the daubers with the gold and the champagne, and I just did like a marble background. Well, I still had that piece. So what I did was I just came in and I layered, I stamped the Cambridge Carols on it, the big stamp, in black. And then I put it on one of our gold foil card bases with some of the gold metallic ribbon. Okay, thank you, Jean. Thank you, everybody. I will answer all the comments later. But again, I had saved that piece and I hadn't done anything. And then after I got everything set up last night, ready for this morning, I went, wait a minute. I can just stamp right on there. I don't have to do any coloring. And it came out, I think it came out nice. Now, if you remember, I said I paired it up with Farmhouse Christmas. And if you look, there's a little wagon with a tree in it. And I knew that the little truck with the tree in it would go so well together. That's what I love about Stampin' Up. And yes, thank you, Stampin' Up, also for giving me the opportunity to earn grease. But one of the things I love about these stamp sets is they coordinate so well. So this was just a last minute card with some pieces I already had cut out. I already had the tree cut out. So I just stamped the wagon with the tree in it. And I already had this piece done. So I just put together a little winter scene using, you know, the two stamp sets. And they go so well together, don't they? Looks like, you know, the truck is bringing over another tree for the tree farm. And then, of course, I stamped the inside with Season's Greetings because I didn't have room on the front for anything. I could have put a saying on here, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to hide that beautiful scenery. And inside, I just did Season's Greetings. And, of course, this is the designer series paper from the farmhouse with the wood side. And this is the gray granite. Hi, Janet. Are you just tuning in? Yay, grease. Thank you, Janet. Okay, so there's that's another card. Now let me show you the ones I'm going to be doing today, or similar. You know, I like to change it up a little bit. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one. Now this I did color. Okay, and this is on the Balmy Blue. Again, I didn't do the inside yet. And our dazzling glitter paper. And I only, and I'll bring it up closer in a minute, I only colored in certain areas. And then what I did, I went back in with the Wink of Stella and made the snow down here. Okay, so that's a cute idea too. And you don't have to color the whole thing. So let me show you this one first. Only I'm going to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to use, which I used on this, watercolor paper. Okay. This one I'm going to use our silver glitter paper and Night of Navy. The one reason I do that is I like to show you different colors and how they look, and I haven't done this one yet, so we'll find out together. I will tell you that for me, silver just goes so well with the Night of Navy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab my stamp and ink this up with my Memento. Now again, this is a felt ink pad, so I can rub it. You don't want to do that on the newer pads. You just want to tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to go in here and stamp this. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how I do the coloring on this because it's very narrow. You could use your aqua painters. The problem is they're a little bit wider than I want. So first thing I'm going to do is bring in the smoky slate. And you can do it this way. You can squish them and get some ink here. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways. And then just go in here and do a little coloring. And this is the watercoloring. And when you do watercoloring, the nice thing is if you go outside the lines, it doesn't matter. Did you ever really see watercolor paintings? They're outside the lines. Okay. then just clean it off this way. Did I have gray anywhere else? No. Okay, so that was the smoky slate. Then I'm going to bring in the crumb cake. And this is the older pads. I find with the older pads I can squish them better because my newer pads are a little stiffer. And you can get some crumb cake in there. But let me show you something else. A lot of times I do this instead. And I can bring that in, bring that in and get the color that way. Do a little bit on the trees. Again, this is very narrow, so it's going to just adding a little color. It doesn't have to be all colored in. And make sure I got his detail there. I'm going to use a little bit, I just want real light, because we know not all snow is super white. Okay, so just a little color there. I'm going to bring in red, real red, just to do the bottom of her dress. What I do is I keep a couple of these, my blender pens, just for coloring like this. Okay, let's give her a red hat. I start with the lighter color, except for I forgot to do the red, but I mean the yellow, but that's okay because you can just clean it off. And oh, by the way, it's got another side, so you could use this for the lighter colors. Let me open that. I want to put a little background, light background there. Like the sun is just coming up. Not a lot of coloring, but just something to bring it out. And I might not even finish the whole thing for time's sake, but you can see this one. Again, I'm going to take the balmy blue and just add some to the water. I know this is upside down for you, but I can't color upside down, so I'll show it to you when I'm done. Just gonna do a little bit more blue here. Okay. And then I use the Cajun Craze. I'm going to switch this around because I had the red on that, so that'll go in good. I'm just going to touch it there, and I'm going to do my bridge. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to blend it out so it gets a little lighter. You can get quite a bit of coloring done with one dab in that pad. And for me, it's a little easier than trying to squish the pad. Sometimes my hands, you know, hurt from working on computers and everything else we do, right? So there we go. Okay. And let's see. One more thing. Let's give him a dark blue hat. See, now the color's almost off of that. Just roll it around a little bit, get the color off. Touch that up a little bit, real gently. Give him a little blue hat. And the only thing I want to change here, or finish here, is I'm going to bring it back in the crumb cake. Make sure I got all the blue off it. And do the church. Again, I'm just going really gently over that. Color in the church. That's the only coloring I'm going to do. Excuse me. Put my caps back on. I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I'm going to add some shimmer to it for the, ooh, I forgot to do him in there. I forgot that. Let me just stop here. Gotta finish my bridge there. There we go. Okay. Back to the Wink of Stella, and I'm just adding some shimmer. Now the Wink of Stella, if you run out of shimmer, you just very so gently push that, get some more color in there. And again, I'm just putting it all over the snow and water. If it smears a little bit on the blue, I don't really care because it looks like water. And that's really all you have to do. You could also put some green trees in there. Put a little green in there if you want. And you got the watercolor effect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Snail this down. Oh my goodness. I don't have a class this weekend, and it's a good thing. I really need to clean my house. I have thousands of those all over. Okay, so this one I'm going to put in the shimmer, or the glimmer paper. And then a lot of times this is thinner than the old glimmer paper we had. So this should snail down okay. But I'm going to use dimensionals. Before I do that, I want my silver, ribbon. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to snail this down. This is how I do my ribbon when I don't want to use up a lot in tying a bow. Hold it down there like that. All right. And then I always, when I put the dimensionals on, I always put a dimensional on the back where I put the ribbon, so it gives it an extra oomph to hold it down. That's a very technical word, oomph. Bring in my pick tool. Pull these off. So if you're just tuning in, I won't show you my sign, I'll show it to you at the end, but I earned grease, so thank you all again. And I did say, I haven't told anybody but my husband, because I did say I was going to announce it first live to you stampers, and I did. Okay, then I'm just going to cut a piece here. I always cut it too long, but that's okay. It's ribbon. I can replace it. And just tie that. And then just snip off. Now I just have to wait 10 months to go, but we're going to have, oh, so much fun in that 10 months. Okay. So just pull that. I can pull that down a little bit if I want. Then I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to use the Seasons Greetings in, oh, I didn't bring out Night of Navy because this one I did in the Balmy Blue. So let me grab my Night of Navy, which should be right here, maybe. Okay, how come my Night of Navy is not here? Okay, I'm gonna switch. I'm just gonna use Blueberry Bushel. It's close enough, because I think my Night of Navy is still on the table from my class. And I'm just gonna stamp that. I'm going to bring in, let's see. I think I'm gonna change. Oh no, I want this. See, I knew I'd forget something. And let me find my punch, which of course I can't. Oh, where is it? It's probably on the table here. Oh, there it is. See, I'm just so excited about earning this trip. I can't find anything. Okay. Oh, who am I kidding? I go through this every week. Okay, I'm just going to pull that out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that up on some dimensionals. And put it right there. Let me close this up. Now, I'm also going to add a rhinestone on each side, just because you got to have bling. When you got shimmer and glimmer, you got to have bling. At least I do. I'm going to put one here. Come on. And grab another one. Whoop, he fell off. Right there. Now, and there you have it. There it is in the Night of Navy. Yes, I love the Take Your Pick tool. I love it, love it, love it. I might have to buy one for each table here for the classes. So let me show you, like right here, these rhinestones I actually used. Did I color those? No, I didn't color those. Duh, I thought I did. Okay, you can also use your blends to color them. But now I have the same card in 2 different colors. And that's what I like to show, how versatile everything is. Problem is, I never know which one to pick as my favorite. Okay, so I hope you like those, and I have one more to show you. Okay, so everybody's doing and talking about the black ice. let me show you what I played around with last night. Excuse me, I just have to have a sip of my coffee. Okay, I wanted to use this set for the black ice. And I had an idea for the silver. Well, first of all, it does take a little, it's a little, you know, you got to get used to trying it. So here's the way I came up with it. And I don't know if you can see it, but I wasn't really crazy about it. It didn't really show up. It's probably too glary for you to see there. So I tried it a couple times. Still wasn't crazy about it. It's not that the silver doesn't work. It's the stamp itself. It's not, it's too detailed, I think. Okay. So then what I tried is I tried it on the copper. Comes out a little bit better on the copper. And I know there's a lot of glare for you to see. And then I tried it on the gold. So the copper is the one I made the card with. And here's the card I came up with. So first I'm going to lay it down here maybe so you can see it. And then I'm going to bring it up. Hopefully you can see it. So I kind of liked this. I liked the copper. But then I decided for today, since I tried the silver, tried the gold, tried the copper, I wanted to try the champagne. And this is, and also so I could show you how I did it. Now, I'm no expert. Again, I just started playing with this, but let me show you what I came up with. Okay, so this is the card. I'm happy with this one. Okay, I think that it came out better on this one. I took the Memento, and yes, I know they say you. Oh no, I'm sorry, stays on. They tell you to use archival black. Some tell you stays on. I did it with the stays on, and it was fine. Okay, so the first thing I did was put a little snail ever so gently. Not that gently. Okay. Come on. Got to come out a little bit. There we go. Just a little piece there to hold it down. You got to try not to get your fingers on it or wipe it off if you do, because the oils in your fingers will get on that paper. I'm just going to grab a little piece of my grid paper here to hold it down. And each one's going to come out different, and I don't know how this one's going to come out, especially being live. Gently take your stays on and drag it that way. Then you can turn it around. And I found, I mean, you can do a lot of the black ice or a little. With this stamp, I don't want a lot only because it's so detailed. The stamp won't show up. So I just want to get a little more edging. Okay, so that's, and the thing about stays on is it dries very quickly. Okay, so then I'm going to bring in my stamp again. Clean it off, even though, okay, I had the regular black on it. Okay, and I'm going to ink this up. And I hope I'm in camera view here. See what time, oh, we're doing good on time. And then I'm just gonna stamp this right on here. Press it down pretty hard. Okay, move that out of the way. I think I like this champagne even more because it looks like it might show up better. Again, this is a detailed stamp. If you have a bolder stamp, any of the colors would work great. But I wanted to do it on this, with this stamp set. You ever get like that? You want to do it with a stamp you have in mind. Okay, the next step, and I'm just going to press that down for a minute. The next step is the Versamark. What I suggest, if you have an old Versamark, this one has a cracked lid, so you want to always use it for that because you're going to get some black ink on here. I'm going to hold that down. And ever so gently, I'm going to drag the Versamark. I'm going to drag the Versamark. Drag it over here. Now, if you don't think you got enough, you could add some, because some of mine didn't actually hold the embossing powder. So I'm just going to, and this is an old Versamark pad, so I'm just going to add a little more. Okay. Once I have that, I'm gonna bring in my tray. And remember these, the big containers of crystal clear, although I got some goobers in there, and I'm just going to, the whole thing. We used to sell these trays, and I do have the black ones that we sold. I actually found some more in the dollar store. Yes, the Dollar Tree. That one came out great as far as getting everything. These, I missed some spots, but I went back in and redid it, and it was fine. And then what you want to do is you want to just heat set that. What I usually do when I heat set is I try to get an edge. Of course, this is our heat tool. Once it starts, you want to keep moving it. And it does get hot, as we all know. Gonna turn that around so I can get the other side. And it is still hot on this side, but I don't want to burn my fingers. I think the black ice is good. I was thinking like for a manly card or a masculine card. With one of our masculine stamp sets, I think would go great too. Okay, it's all heated. Let me shut that off. I always unplug my heating tool, by the way, when I'm done. Yeah, I think that come out even better. So that's, and I know it's got a lot of glare for you. I can try to put my hand over this so you can see it better because the light is shining there. Okay, so I think this color I like better. But anyway. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my cherry cobbler. Again, I'm doing the tent fold card here. And again, I've got a piece of designer series paper from the farmhouse. Okay. Now this one, because I just think it went well with this color here, I'm going to use, again, the ribbon from, the burlap ribbon from the Country Suite. And the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I have this down. So this one really did come out a lot. Oh, yeah. It almost looks silver now, but you can see the stamp better. I'm going to use a lot of snail on this. You can also use the dimensionals. I'm going to snail that down. Okay. And again, I'm going to do the same wrapping effect that I did on the other one, especially with this ribbon because it's very thick. But what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to add a little snail right there to hold it down in the front until I get it on the card. So I'm going to bring in my card base. I put snail right on top of that, if you can see what I mean, so that it keeps that down. And because of that ribbon, I'm putting a lot of snail on that card. And you should. You don't want your cards falling apart in the mail. Snail is not that expensive. Okay. Then I'm going to, this one I actually embossed. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to emboss it only because for time's sake here. I'm just going to bring in the cherry cobbler. And again, these two punches are in the annual catalog. Okay, don't forget these for the holidays because they go very well with everything we have here. Let me grab my, I'm going to show you something. This is on my desk. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show it to you later. It's a little basket, and I think I got this idea from Patty Bennett, and it keeps all the little pieces together for me so that I'm not constantly running around looking for a little piece of cardstock or anything else. to cut. I just put all my pieces right here, and I can use them whenever I want. Let's see if this is big enough. I don't know if it's going to be big enough. No, it's not. So let's grab this one. All right, for this I'm using the Very Vanilla. So I'm going to use the Season's Greetings. And let me just get my chamois. Oh, loving my chamois. Move that out of the way. And I'm just going to use the Cherry Cobbler. I am going to cut this piece because I don't have any very vanillas anyway. Pieces that I keep by me. I'm going to bring this punch in. See if I did it over far enough. Yep. Punch that out. And that saying is going to go right here. That I'm going to put on dimensionals. And when you do something like this card with that thicker ribbon, I put the dimensionals all over it, not just on the side. Okay, you want to make sure that you grab it and it overlaps here so it holds everything. Just going to put that right there. Again, I'm going to bring in my rhinestones. And before I do that, I'm going to show you what I meant about coloring. Now, this bronze blender pen goes great with anything that's copper or the champagne. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the fatter side and just add some color. Am I in? Yeah, I'm in view. To my rhinestones. It just gives it a little bit more, I don't know, color to match what I'm doing. I mean, the regular rhinestones would have been fine, but I kind of like it with bronze, especially with that one. Add that. And then I'm going to take the saying, loving, loving, loving this set. And then if you want to do your little inside, which I always do, I'm going to use the skates because it's all vintage. Go ahead and open that up and just put it in there. I'm going to close this up before I put my fingers in it. And there I have it in the champagne, and there it is in the copper. And Kathleen said, try your light crumb cake too. Good idea. Yes, I love the skates. So that was my first try, or these were all my first tries at the black ice. I will be doing more of that. Definitely going to be doing that in one of my classes. You can see I missed spots here. So it does take a little bit of getting used to, but I absolutely love the way it comes out. And you can use any stamp set for it. So again, let me bring in the cards that we did with Cambridge Carol. Here's the two with the black ice. Here are the two with the watercolor paper and the watercolor coloring. Okay. Bring in the one with the little scene using the Country Suite also. Then we've got the one that I did with the marble effect background from the shimmer paints. Again, this was a leftover sheet, and I'll show you that basket I'm talking about that I had in the basket, and I happened to notice that last night and said, oh, that goes good with our gold foil paper. One of my favorites is my little Z-fold card here with the skates. This one would look nice in navy, you know, in a navy blue color too. But I wanted to use the snowflakes, and these, I think there's another green. In one of the designer series packs, there's green snowflakes, like the mint macaron. That would look great too in the light green. This one is the one that I did with the crumb cake behind it, and just embossed the vellum paper. And then, of course, we have our two what I call quick and easy, but oh so elegant cards. So it's a great little set. Let me just bring the camera up. Hi, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm switching this around here. I hope you enjoyed the video today on Cambridge carols. Okay? If you'd like to order it, just contact me, Stampersdelight.com. If you don't have a demonstrator, if you do have a demonstrator, contact her. But if you don't, contact me. If you'd like more information on joining my team, just go to Stampersdelight.com. You can grab my number, instant message me, give me a call, whatever you would like to do. And again, I'll bring this back in real quick because it deserves it. We did it. We did it, Stampers. I'm going to Greece thanks to all of you. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great Friday, a great weekend, and I'll see you back here Sunday night at 7 p.m. Bye. Happy stamping.